what's up? So I'm going to do a collective energy read for the collective. So this isn't for everybody. I made my channel for special people, intuitives, empaths, people that know that they're reincarnated. And I'm not the average tarot reader. I don't always use cards to read or give psychic predictions. I also do cardology, yearly spreads, kind of do some of everything. So I never limit myself to one thing. Also, I want to give a thanks and a shout out. I received a gift from my Amazon wish list today. So thanks for that. Everything is appreciated and I definitely can use it. So I think I gave my disclaimer on the read. Right now I'm just separating the cards. I'll put them all upright, like separate them first, and then I'll shuffle. All right. So once again, I do another disclaimer. I don't read like everybody else. I don't necessarily read signs. Well, I don't really read signs. I'll read the card. I'll read the definition of the card. And then I'll give my intuitive outlook on the cards as well. So if you would like a personal read, just email me. If you want a cardology reading on your current age for a year, you can email me. I also do a lot of other different things as well. In the music industry, I do publishing administration. So if you need to learn how to do publishing for your music or how to collect publishing or how to set up your publishing, you can hit me up. I also do different printing. So if you need printing, business cards, stickers, I do that as well. But let me get into this reading. And it's been I don't want to say crazy week. It's just been a very confusing week. Those that don't know, I remote view. I don't really try to do it, but I've been doing it for years. So lately, I've been remote viewing different places and cities and just kind of traveling. So I'm kind of like a astral astronaut. When I go to sleep, I do a different variety of things from remote viewing, astral traveling, seeing into the future. I don't really put a name to all these things. I know that there are scientific names to all this stuff, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so doing a collective read for those special empaths out there. I know there is a group of you that wake up every day like, what's the distractions going to be today? You know, how many people are going to fall for the tricks and scams of the so-called matrix and people that believe in the false overlay of this dimension. So what's today? The 15th. So let's do this read for what's coming up for empaths and intuitives for the remaining of July and going into August. Also, I got to start editing the next episode of putting things into context. I really do put these videos together intuitively. So some days I'll plan like, hey, I'm going to edit today. I'll start, but then like the vibe just leaves. It's not meant for me to actually do it. Because a lot of the B-roll that I get, it intuitively kind of comes to me. Some of it is like last minute. So I will be working on the next episode. Let me get a card and let's see what's coming up for the remaining of the month and going into August. Need some water. First card I got is Strength in Reverse. Which is 8. Strength represents our fortitude to live life, overcome struggles, and preserve. The journey through life will require strength to live fully and completely. Strength as an archetype is the 8th lesson for the Fool, showing us that life is a marathon and not a sprint. We must find the strength within that will help us survive and thrive in life. Symbolism: a female figure is a source of flame and energy in the darkness. This shows that her intense strength shines where there is no light. Reverse: weakness, anger, abuse of power, and threat. What else coming up for these empaths? Don't doubt yourself. Next card I got is the 9 of Spears in reverse. 9 of Spears. Focus on your purpose and use it to attain the wealth you desire. Be your best to earn the most. Symbolism: the single spear is the product of 8 rings of energy. The energy is ethereal at the top and grounded at the base. Reverse: egotism and pride. I think this is more of a reading for a specific individual, because I'm picking up somebody that is doubting themselves. And you shouldn't doubt yourself as far as your abilities. I know it's hard and frustrating, because even sometimes for me, I'll be wanting feedback from people. I do reads for people, and they just kind of go, oh, that's spot on, but I never really know what's spot on. What did I say that is spot on? And I think you're looking for feedback in your profession, and you're doubting yourself for some reason right now. What's the next card? Knight of Swords in reverse. A lot of these are coming out in reverse. A lot of doubt. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Use clear-headed and logical thinking to achieve your goals. Be decisive. Symbolism: a warrior rides his steed, which is rearing above a single sword, which will help him on his quest. Reverse: brash decision making and fanaticism. So you're doubting your thoughts. Don't know why. Let's see why. Why are you doubting yourself? What is bothering you? What is irking you? Let's see what this is. I got 2 cards. I got the Lovers in reverse, and then I got 3 of Wands upright. Let me see what the Lovers 4 is in reverse. Is that 4? 6. The Lovers is 6. The Lovers represent partnership, especially a profound connection with someone that is both intimate and romantic. The Lover's archetype is the 6th encounter for the Fool, indicating that we cannot fully experience life until we connect with someone intimately and deeply. Symbolism, two figures embrace in sexual union, forming one shape from two. The full moon provides light and bathes them in emotional energy. Reverse, jealousy, unfaithfulness, conflict, and separation or divorce. So you are doubting like you're ever going to have that relationship that you really want. But let me see, Three of Wands. The path is clear and you need to invest your time and energy to succeed. Symbolism, three staffs mark the safe passage across the desert sand to your goal. Upright adventure and optimism. So I'm seeing that all this doubt that you have, you're going to get some type of validation. Your doubt is really coming from relationships. You probably had bad relationships in the past. And you're probably real headstrong anyway. Like you'll meet somebody and you like being in love. Like you feel like what's the point of wasting time of getting to know this person? You kind of feel the energy and you kind of rush into it. But what I'm getting from the Three of Wands is you're going to get some type of validation in groups of threes, meaning that you're going to see something, then you're going to see something again, and then you're going to see something again for the third time. And that's going to be kind of like your validation. It could be angel numbers. It could be a certain person that you see that you might want to talk to. And things are going to happen to where it's going to happen in your favor to give you validation of what you need. But as far as like doubting yourself is real strong. And now it's you really have to focus on positive thoughts. And you're probably asking yourself, like, well, how am I going to have positive thoughts if I'm so used to things being turned upside down or going haywire? You know, sometimes I think I find something good and then it just disappears. It goes away. It seems like you're chasing after a certain form of happiness that you want, that you know that you should have, but then you doubt yourself. So it's like, how do you stop doubting yourself? What could you do to stop doubting and be more optimistic or be more in a positive energy? That's what you got to look at. What is, and I got the Three of Spears. Hard and consistent work is what is needed to succeed and push forward. There's a typo in this book. Symbolism. Three spears function as wheels on cycle that allow a figure to both rise above the mundane and travel the darkness. Creativity and teamwork. So your worry is based on getting into a relationship or even just forming an environment that allows you to be happy. Your happiness comes from knowing that you don't live in the mundane. You have higher knowledge in certain fields, and you want your relationship to represent that as well. You know, you can't be in the same type of relationships. And I don't know why this just popped in my mind. I just thought about it. Like tarot readers, they probably do have a lot of difficult time trying to find relationships, especially certain intuitives and psychics, because you can be the type of person that's always trying to learn about yourself and gaining more knowledge about yourself, and then you have all these magical events that happen, and you probably start noticing all your different abilities, and then you're like, well, how am I going to be with someone that doesn't understand any of this information or isn't on the same path? How do I find others like me and still obtain a relationship? I don't know why my nose is itching. Um, It just started when I started doing this read. So yeah, you're trying to figure out, like, I don't want to have conversations about what's on social media. I don't, that's all cool, but it's like you are looking for kind of like a constant advancement. Like the relationship can start at one level, keep going to new heights because both of you are learning from each other. And you also want your work to be the same. The things that you do as far as for your income, you want to grow and constantly grow and learn. You don't want to become content. And you're trying to figure out, how do you find these qualities? My nose is still itching. How do you find these qualities and aspects in others? Where do you find them? Where do you go? How do you meet them? You basically just got to be yourself. You can't hide who you are. You can't, if you're a reader, or you could be a life coach or a consultant as well. Um, you might sell crystals. You might have knowledge about um, different astrology, Vedic astrology. Like, I don't know anything about that, but you probably like expanding what you know, and express those things, speak those things, and you'll start conversations. And my nose is itching like crazy. So I don't know if the person you meet scratches their nose nervously, or you scratch your nose when you get nervous, or maybe that can also be like a sign. There's no reason for my nose to itch. And now I got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands. You have a duty to uphold. Others look to you as a role model. Symbolism. A figure remains steady in the face of adversity, resolved to set an example to others. Reverse. Disloyalty and stubbornness. So you have a very strong sign that is grounded. Your decision making, you probably are a very logical person, meaning that you don't use outside resources to come to determinations about different things, different aspects of life. But at the same time, you have been, am I shaking my camera? Yep, sorry about that. At the same time, you have been um, stuck in those ways. The same way, like, you fear that if you do get in a relationship, something is going to tear it apart. And that is part of the reason why you do rush into relationships and love. That was thunder. That is a reason why you rush into relationships, because in the back of your mind, it's like, let me hurry up and love this or enjoy this situation before it's over. And that fear is what is kind of holding you back. So don't fear that it's going to end. Don't fear that something is going to contaminate the relationship. You're probably one of those people, when you get in a relationship now, all of a sudden, it's like um, people start coming out of the woodworks. And now all of a sudden they like you. You like, who are these people? I'm trying to concentrate on this one person. Now I got some extra people. Now what do I do? And then you start getting paranoid again, like, okay, something's about to mess up because this wasn't going on before. Okay, so far I got, you've been having a lot of doubts about your relationships, business relationships as well. You're looking for something that fits you. You're looking for people that are in your soul group, soul tribe. You want an exciting life. You want adventure. Dang, my fault. I didn't know that this was shaking my camera. So let's see. You have to change your thinking. Let me get one more card. I'm at 22 minutes. I'm gonna have to probably chop this down. Give me one more card to close this out. What's the Get one more card. One more card. This top one. The Hangman. 12. The Hangman represents knowing sacrifice. When we realize we must accept a short-term difficulty for a long-term gain, the Hangman archetype is the 12th encounter for the Fool. It shows the importance of devotion, surrender, and sacrifice as ways forward, which are just as powerful as the willfulness of the Chariot lesson. Symbolism: a figure hangs upside down from a structure so he can see the pure light of universal power and knowledge. He realizes his small place in the vastness of the cosmos. Upright, knowing sacrifice, change in perspective, and patience. So, yes, be patient when you do enter into these situations, which is hard to do. For me, I know I'm an Aries, but be patient, and is you can still be grounded. Like, you can be grounded and know certain facts, but then you can also be grounded into hearsay. You can be grounded into other people's perspectives, and that's not necessarily fact. So it's not necessarily a fact that just because you may find someone in your soul groups doesn't mean that the rug is going to get pulled from underneath you. You have to start looking at things from a different perspective of understanding why certain things happen in a certain way. A lot of things that you go through, especially empaths and intuitives, you go through a lot of depression. You go through life not having real bonds with people. You try to form bonds with people that don't want to bond with you, and then you end up, all of a sudden start having these magical bonds with people. But you will still end up reflecting on past relationships or past situations. Like, okay, so why didn't my past situation go this way? It's not meant for it to go how you think it should go. You may think you were supposed to be in a relationship with one person forever, and it ended, and it devastated you, put you in a deep depression, and you went through a lot of different changes. And then you realize, well, if that relationship didn't end it, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And right now, you're probably doing very good for yourself. The only thing you feel like you're missing is someone to share things with. You want to share your ideas. You want to share your experiences with somebody. And you want to start utilizing your knowledge and magic with someone else. You want to expand. That's a part of expansion, is being, in relationships and doing business. Man, whoever got the itchy nose, because I think I'm gonna just end the read just because my nose is driving me crazy. But yeah, trying to see if I see anything else before I go. But a lot of this is you're just in your head, because I see that you're already doing the actions to be on your path, on the right path. it's just don't be indecisive. You know, when you start doubting yourself and get down part of the day, you know, just start thinking and fantasizing of how you want your world to be or what it should look like. And sometimes that is hard. So that's why you gotta kind of like detox from everything, go somewhere where you can start forming these thoughts, be in a flow. Like if you're not relaxed, if you're tense, what can you do to not be tense and just relax for that moment to create the images and the feelings that you want to feel, how you want to feel. And that's all I got. I'll let you guys later.
Hey, you want to turn up the volume on your medical cannabis wellness journey, but don't know how? You want the ease of getting the products you need delivered to your front door? Then follow these 3 easy steps. Step 1, go to nugmd.com, your portal to a hassle-free path to medical cannabis. Answer a few quick questions and see if you qualify for a medical recommendation letter. It's a remix of convenience and ease. Don't worry, you only pay if you're approved. Step 2, congratulations! You're approved and armed with your medical recommendation letter. Now, you can use the official 369 Music Talk Higher.Health link to sign up and make your first purchase. Step 3, head over to Higher.Health, your go-to destination for premium cannabis essentials. From soothing strains to focus-boosting blends, they've got the beats covered. Turn up the wellness, turn up the creativity. Visit nugmd.com and Higher.Health today. nugmd.com and Higher.Health, your rhythm to wellness unlocked.
Up in the clouds and going. Do you wanna fly with me?
All right, I do ask you to go on ahead and check out, and then if you should so feel, subscribe to my live channel, Pretty Hotel 333, as that is where we do our live reads. All right, let's see what y'all got going on.
369 merch. Link in description. Scan QR code now.
Watch Putting Things into Context on YouTube at 369 Dimension Readings. Subscribe now.